Well, how are you today?
Oh, I've never been better.
Oh, good. Me too.
God damn!
Are you, like, slightly excited to have tonight to not record and instead we get to fuck around?
I am.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I considered just fucking off and finishing watching Emily in Paris, and then I was like, oh yeah, I really need to do that audiobook that I agreed to.
Oh yeah, I'm a voice actor.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have responsibilities. I can't just fuck off from my life.
I can. I'm excited. I'm going to watch Below Deck and drink wine.
Oh, Below Deck. That's a good one.
Oh, Lee and I record it, and it's like our show together.
Oh, my God. I can't believe Lee agrees to that.
I know. Actually, he used to watch it all the time, and I never used to, which is very
it's
random.
reality.
Yeah, because it's reality TV, so you'd think I'd love it. And I do. But I just never got into it. I was like, I don't know what that is. But then if you give me like 30 seconds of a clip, I'm like, I got to watch all of these.
Now I need to know the backstory.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's start it over. Season 1.
And that's where we are.
Well, give me your goddamn.
Actually, it fits perfectly into what you were just saying because with all of this free time that I have now with Alexis's help, I may or may not have binged a bunch of a new Netflix docuseries that I just recently found called Surviving Death.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I might have been texting you about it last night.
You were.
While I was binging it. And then every time you would reply, I'm like, ugh.
This
have to go back.
Doesn't she know I'm watching something?
Well, because I was watching it on my phone too, like in bed with earbuds in. And
you're nuts.
Oh yeah, I was like ready to fall asleep. This is my goddamn. I binged. I don't even know how many episodes there are, but I think I'm on like 3 or 4. I think I'm on 4. But
You've watched way more than that.
probably. But like the first episode is like, people tell their stories about what happens to them when they died, because they died and then they were brought back to life. And one lady died for like fucking 30 minutes or some shit, and she still survived with no brain damage or anything, and she's like a surgeon and all this other crazy
crap. How do you
crap.
not have fucking brain damage after that?
I have no idea, but I fucking love those stories. I get sucked in every time. I will listen to your goddamn death story, and they have like, all these like similarities or whatever, and they kind of try to look at it from like as scientific of a standpoint that you can, because, you know, science is very like physical or whatever, and we just kind of have like these theories. Like, I don't fucking know what happens.
Yeah.
Your brain stops working, but maybe your conscious doesn't need your brain. That's weird.
That's weird. I think it does, but I don't know.
Exactly.
And the people are like, yeah, no, I was flying. And you're like,
but were you flying? And then the second is like all about mediums, the second episode. And I was like, I'm so into this shit. Like fucking eating out of the palm of their hand. Yeah, like loving it. And then the third episode is like about physical mediumship, which if you don't know what this is.
no, I do not.
Okay, well, it's where, okay. And like I said, I believe in life after death. I believe in mediums. I believe in all this shit.
Yeah.
But like, I might be drawing a line somewhere. So physical mediumship is where like a medium will like sit in a box void of light or whatever. And you have to have this circle of people that commit to your life. Like every Tuesday night, we all meet together at the same time and we sit in a circle and we play music and we chant. And then the medium will channel their like, you're looking at me like fucking crazy. It might be a cult, but the medium
It's a cult.
But the medium will channel. Sorry if there's any physical mediums out there that are legit. I just haven't seen this before. And I'm going all off of this one docuseries thing that I saw. Okay. So the medium will like channel their fucking spirit guides to help them come in contact with spirits or whatever. But here's the physical part, because that's all normal shit, except for the chanting, whatever. But like mediums, they talk to their guides to get messages from your loved ones.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the physical part. The physical medium will exude ectoplasm.
Exude?
I don't know. It just comes out of their body. And
From
I don't
where?
I don't know. It was like, it can come out of your belly button. It can come out of any orifice. It can come out of your nose, your eyes, your ears.
Orifice.
Yeah. Like your vagina, your dick. Pachoo, just goes.
That's not
Spewing
ectoplasm,
ectoplasm everywhere. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know the details. But
oh, no.
evidently it just comes out of your body. And then that is like spirit in physical form. And then it'll take shape of like a hand or something of your loved one. And you can like touch your loved one. Except for you can't touch your loved one, because if you touch it, then it'll zap back into the medium's body. And it could cause like internal bleeding and all this other shit. And I was like, okay. Hold up here. I'm calling bullshit, because I was all on board, even with your ectoplasm bullshit. Like, you put me in a dark room void of any kind of light, and I'll be like, for sure, I saw some ectoplasm. Or, yeah, I felt someone touch me.
But
like,
also, if something just gooed out of my body, I wouldn't be like, Mom?
can I touch? Can I
and
touch it?
hold its hand. I'd be like, that is gross and sticky.
But here's the crazy thing. So there is like this whole fucking like group behind studying this. I don't even remember what it's called, but like an
studying.
institute.
Yeah, good word.
It is like an institute of like trusted scientists.
Oh, the Institute of Trusted Scientists. Fucking.
That would be our institute if we ever created one. No, but like I don't fucking like. Very important people were in on this, and they would get these like, you know, because back in the day people would claim to be physical mediums and they would take pictures and it'd be like cheesecloth coming out of their mouth or something, and like the cameras are so old and grainy that everybody's like, oh my god, it was grandmama. And really it's just like a piece of cheesecloth and like somebody off frame flinging it around,
moving it,
and
so
like
it's not
holding
quite in frame.
Okay,
They got
this like really trusted physical medium to like hold hands, lock themselves down or whatever. That's another thing. The medium is like locked to their chair so that they can't claim that like it's the medium doing all like touching them or whatever. Okay, so they got this really trusted physical medium with these like very trusted scientists to sit in this room, and what they did was they got a vat of like wax. And they had the ectoplasm like dip its hand in wax, right? So so you could like actually have like leftover evidence that this happened. And when they did that, there were a bunch of molds left over of like children's hands and feet. So they were like, okay, well, we were all holding hands, so it couldn't have been us. And even if it were, we don't have children hands and feet. So
I brought mine.
Yeah, and evidently they all like nobody fucking smuggled it in and dropped it in their laps or whatever, so it had to be from this like physical medium, unless they were all in on it, you know, all in on the hoax, right?
Yeah.
And then like Houdini was like, fuck yeah, I can recreate that, and I guess he did. I don't even know, but like, okay, so I binged this all yesterday, and I'm like, fucking magician
recreated it, and that doesn't give you pause.
Well, that's supposed to give you pause to be like, okay, they're making this shit up, which I am like, they're making shit up. And again, if there are physical mediums that listen to this shit, I am not trying to tarnish your name and everybody's gonna be mad at me because I really believe in mediums and shit. It's just like, there's people
Everyone
out there.
knows I don't believe in shit.
Yeah, there's people out there though that like fake stuff and that cause a bad reputation for other people.
Cough, cough.
And I'm just going out there and saying, like, maybe this is part of that. Like,
maybe
I don't know
this falls in line.
I don't know how I feel about ectoplasm, you know?
Yeah.
And so I binged all this shit, fell asleep. Also, my toddler child woke me up like 500 times last night. But
some ectoplasm.
Oh my God, I had so many dreams.
With ectoplasm.
I had so many dreams about ectoplasm everywhere. Ectoplasm all over. I couldn't sleep. I kept waking up and I was like, dude, it's creeping me out. It was like a creepy thing too, because like the lady's like, I sit in a box with a red light. I've been practicing so long that I can have a red light. And so they like strap her down.
I can have a red light.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you have to be in total darkness, but like she's been doing it long
her
enough.
Ectoplasm can handle the red light. And they like strapped her down and she was so dramatic about it. Like they just use Velcro straps because then you could hear me like out of them. And then she's like, like wiggling her hands like, I can't get free. And I'm like, there are so many other ways that could be strapped. It could be Velcro on top. I have so many questions. And then when she does readings, it's so generic. Like
of course.
She has to do it in this like trusted group of like fucking summit goers, you know, like people who've been there for the whole week trying to learn to be a medium.
Yeah.
And then so they know like, oh, why do you want to be a medium? Well, I want to connect to my dead dad.
Yeah.
And so she connects to his dead dad, and the only thing that I guess the only thing they show, right? It wasn't very meaningful. I'm like, anybody could say that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, your dad is very proud of you and is watching down on your accomplishments, and they think that you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
And everybody would be like,
yeah,
perfect.
You just said exactly what she said.
I'll bet I did.
So,
do you want a reading? Because I can talk to whoever you want. George Washington, he's mad.
And this lady probably made a lot of money to do that, you know? Like, it's just crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I highly recommend it.
I mean, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I'm watching Emily in Paris. It's pretty okay.
We have such different tastes when it comes to TV shows.
We do.
It's so amazing.
We're like the same person in life, but like totally different shows.
It baffles my mind.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. Bottling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When all your thoughts are bottled up.
Oh my God, stop it. What's your goddamn errand?
Well, my fucking husband tried to set the house on fire again.
What the fuck?
How many times is that now?
It's got to be 1 million. Don't let this guy have any fucking flammable items.
Bro.
And we're supposed to go have a barbecue with you?
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Concern for my well-being.
You should be. We can all get out. It's fine.
Hopefully.
The barbecue is now on the driveway. So
okay, good.
Like a lot of concrete. It's fine.
Yeah, and then like surrounded by a lot of shrubbery that's dried
so much,
for
and a
years.
canyon that'll just fucking whoosh up.
Yeah, light up.
Listen, okay, but here's the thing. I was taking care of the kids in baby girl's room, which is like fucking one side of the house up above the kitchen. And the husband goes, like, runs up the stairs and turns on our whole house fan. Which sucks all the air out, right?
Wouldn't that be worse? Like, that's supplying oxygen to the fire.
Well, listen.
Okay. Okay.
He did that, and I knew that there was, like, a fucking ruckus or something, because he ran, and we don't run.
Just gonna start dinner!
Yeah. And so he did that, and then he, like, ran back downstairs, and I was like, you okay? From the room still. And he's like, there's a fire. And I was like, what? And so I wasn't going to move because that's how fucking commonplace this is.
You are the worst in an emergency, though. Like, you are like,
but I had the kids
just
in there.
Wait this out.
We're going to wait it out. I had the kids in there. If anything, I'll just bail out that window that's fucking close to the ground to be fine. That's the safest place to be during a fire in my house. And so I was just going to wait. And I was like, I'll go check it out.
I guess I'll investigate. So I need to call the fire department.
This fucking guy. It smelled so bad. And I was like, this is what it feels like to asphyxiate. There was so much smoke and my eyes were burning, my lungs were burning.
Oh my God.
Like there was smoke fucking everywhere. So I like locked the kids in that room to be like, don't.
Oh my God, this is how you're all gonna die.
Don't breathe this in. No, the fire part was out.
Okay.
It was just this like leftover smoke and I was like, I don't want them to breathe that shit. So I closed them off so that the house fan would take all the smoke out or whatever. Yeah. And I went and I was like, what the fuck happened? And he's like, well, I have this bread. He had a loaf of bread.
Oh my God.
And then on whatever recipe he was reading, it was like, put it in the microwave for 10 minutes.
The bread?
10 minutes.
Is it already cooked bread? Is it frozen?
Yeah, it was cooked bread. And he was like, I don't know, it was hard. And so I guess he was like, oh, this bread is hard. How do I get it unhard now, right?
10 minutes sounds like far too long to make it unhard.
He looked it up and was like, it said to put it in the microwave for 10 minutes.
Was it like a slice of bread or like a whole loaf?
Like a loaf of bread. And so I was like, that's fucking way too long. And he's like, I thought it was too long too. So I only put it in for 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I opened up the microwave and there's a fucking loaf of bread completely black. It was completely charred black. And he had wrapped a paper towel around it because you know how you like wrap a paper towel around it?
Yeah.
And it's like wet or whatever. And then it's like, it just moistens it up.
Yeah.
It was the fucking paper towel must have caught on fire and then the bread just like soaked it up like an ember and it was just fucking going. And so he got tongs and like threw it in the sink and then put water on it. And so I'm watching this and also like trying to waft out the fucking smoke and stuff. And then afterward he goes, like the next day or something, he's like, it might have said the oven.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's not dumb. Did he go back and look or was he just like, I'm going to leave it at that?
I think he just left it there. And I just started laughing because I'm like, yeah, that's too fucking long. And he was like, because he's like, I only put it in for 5 minutes. This is when we were still arguing about it that night as we we're trying to get all the fucking smoke out. And he's like, I only put it in for 5 minutes. And I was like, 5 minutes is the longest that I've ever heard of anything ever going into the microwave ever. Like, I've never put anything in for 5 minutes. And he's like, I don't know. And then he's like, I wonder when it caught on fire. And I was like, probably around minute fucking 2.
Nothing goes in a microwave longer than 2 minutes.
No. And also, if you do the fucking paper towel trick with the water, it's like 45 seconds tops.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like
if you go too long, it gets harder.
Yeah. Well, it'll be soft for like 2 seconds.
You get a special little window.
Yeah. It was stupid. He's silly. And then he's like, you're not going to talk about this on your podcast, are you? And I was like, yeah, I am.
I am. Here we are.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you want to talk about murder?
Duh, I do. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Susan.
Okay. So, for episode 124 here on the I Said Goddamn podcast.
A true crime podcast.
It is a true crime podcast. I am going to tell you about Bradley Murdoch.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. But first, I'm going to tell you about Peter Falconio.
All right.
Okay. Peter was born in September of 1972, and he was one of the middle children in a family of 4 boys.
Okay.
So I think he was the younger middle, but like, they're all fucking middle. It was like 7 kids. He was the middle one. They grew up in Hepworth, West Yorkshire, England.
You totally said all of that right.
I think so too. Sorry, B.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. She said everything Shire is sure.
I know.
So,
I know. I was
West-
just saying it the way that we used to say it before she told us that
yes.
quick little rule.
quick little rule. West Yorkshire, England. When he was about 24 years old, he met a lady named Joanne Leese while they were out at a club.
Ooh, what year?
He was about 24. I think it was
Okay.
like 96-ish.
For some reason in my head, I was like, there weren't clubs in like the 70s.
Well, he was born in 72,
Yeah.
and they still probably had clubs. But,
For
you know.
sure. For sure.
What do people like to do? Drink and dance? Yeah. I think they had clubs in the 20s.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so Joanne Leese, we're going to go to her now. She
Okay.
was born in 1973, and her parents were separated, so she lived with her mom until she was 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mom remarried a man named Vincent, who already had a son, so then the four of them lived together
Happy little family.
Mm-hmm. in Huddersfield, Yorkshire, England.
Okay.
Okay. Joanne held various jobs as like a bartender and a bacon packer.
Whoa.
I don't know why. That one gets me.
So like they literally just package bacon?
Probably just packaged bacon.
Ugh,
Yeah,
I
but
want
I'm
it to
like,
be something so much cooler.
right?
I'll pack your bacon.
I'll pack your bacon all over the place.
So hard. Your bacon's going to be so packed.
Oh, you packed my bacon too tight. So Peter and Joanne were in their hometown of Huddersfield, which I'm probably saying wrong,
Mm-hmm.
when they met at said nightclub. And they hit it off and started dating. And then about a year after they started dating, Peter went to Brighton University in England, and Joanne moved in with him. So she was like, deuces, gonna live with my boyfriend, right?
Got it. Okay. Gonna go grow up and live a life.
Yeah. Joanne got a job at a travel agency, and then the two of them would go on trips to like Italy and Greece and Jamaica.
Oh,
Basically,
goddamn.
living the fucking dream.
Yeah,
right?
jet set and lifestyle.
Hell yeah.
So jelly.
Mm-hmm. And then in 1998, they started planning a trip, like a fucking, you know how people in other countries are like, I'm just going to go on a fucking backpacking trip and I'm going to be gone for 12 months or whatever,
Yeah.
like a year, and they just fucking travel the world and shit.
Yeah, and they live out of hostels and shit, and you're
Yeah.
like, God damn, I wish I were that free.
Spirited.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's what they were going to do.
Okay, that sounds fun.
And so they start planning, and they're going to go to Thailand, Singapore, and Australia.
Ooh.
The Australia part of their trip made their parents nervous since the backpacker murders with Ivan Milat. I
Mhm.
covered it in Patreon. Well,
Mhm.
that had like just happened, so they were like,
Maybe
hey,
you
that's-
shouldn't.
it's kind of fucked up, right? Like, and
Yeah.
that was like backpackers and stuff. So like, maybe you guys should just not do that.
Yeah.
In Australia, they listed some other murders that they were concerned about, but I was like, out of Thailand, Singapore, and Australia, I think my parents would be like, just go to Australia.
Yeah, I know, right? And that's like the most dangerous one.
Yeah, exactly. So, despite their parents' worries, they went through with their plans, and on November 15th, 2000,
Oh,
they
shit.
fucking took off. So, it
Oh
took
my
them like
God.
2 years to plan this trip, right?
Okay, okay. My God. I thought we were in like early 90s. I was not following that timeline very well.
They met in 96, started planning their
Mm.
trip in 98, and now they're leaving in 2000. Quick recap.
Thanks. For those not paying attention.
In case anyone else is having trouble.
Guaranteed it's only me. It's a little distracting in this shed.
It's been a long day, don't worry.
Exactly.
So they went through Nepal, Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand with little to no issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they got to Cambodia, Joanne's traveler's checks and her return ticket were stolen.
Oh, shit.
But that was like the most fucking of a hiccup that they had,
That's
right?
a pretty big fucking hiccup.
I mean, it's a pretty big fucking hiccup, but at the same time,
Like, oh, you have no money and a ticket home? That sucks.
true. Yeah, when you look at it that way, it's pretty fucked up.
That's more than a hiccup. I'd be so mad.
But it didn't stop them. You could just order some more traveler's checks.
Okay.
I don't know
yeah,
about
it's
your
not like
return ticket.
the
You could be
actual
like,
money.
hey, call the airline. It's not me. I
Unless
lost
somebody
my
stole
ticket.
it and they ran off with it and they spent all your money.
I mean, yeah, that could happen too.
Yeah.
I feel like banks are pretty like understanding, though. You'd be like, no, I didn't buy $1,500 worth of books in Detroit. Like,
Yeah, that's a good one. Somebody's stealing your information to buy books in Detroit. I'm sure that's exactly what's happening.
so by January 16th, 2001, which was 2 months into their trip,
Mm-hmm.
they get to Sydney, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Joanne had a working visa, and she got a job at a bookstore.
That's how they do it. We've learned this before.
Yeah, they fucking get jobs on the way. They're like, I'm just going to be an au pair. And you're like,
yeah.
for like a month? I feel like I wouldn't trust someone with a kid unless they were long term. But
yeah.
that's just me.
Okay.
So during the day, she would work. And I'm not sure if Peter had a job as well.
Motherfucker.
But at night, they would go fucking party. So
Duh. Sounds like a good time.
I guess the nightclub scene in Sydney was like
Poppin'.
hoppin'.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were
Makes
having
sense.
a great time out there.
Okay.
They hung around Sydney for 5 months. And then they decided to buy a Volkswagen Combi camper car van thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Volkswagen bus, but it's like a van similar to a Volkswagen bus, right?
Okay.
But it's more like a camper van thing.
And they're going to live out of that.
Yeah, and they're going to use that for the next part of their journey, which is going to take them from Sydney to Melbourne to Adelaide to Darwin and Brisbane. So they're
Wow.
going to go across fucking Australia,
Okay.
right?
That sounds kind of fun.
Oh my God, I wish I was them.
I know.
Except for
Where it's
the
gonna
rest
go.
of this. Like up until right now.
Okay.
Solid plans.
Yeah. Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Very freeing.
Yes. Oh my God, it sounds like so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So they set off on this little second half of their journey,
Mm-hmm.
and at about 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 14th, 2001, they're driving down the Stewart Highway heading to Devil's Marbles, which, no, I couldn't figure out what it was, and I did not try very hard,
So it looked like a ball sack or something?
but like little ones. All that I saw was a map, and I was like, I am too tired to look at this
This
map.
isn't happening.
Yeah, and then I
Okay.
didn't want to like Google what Devil's Marbles are, but it's probably like Devil's Ballsack, right?
Okay, well, I'm going to Google this later. And also, too bad Alexis isn't here. This is a solid Google sesh for her.
This is a solid, like, hey, Alexis episode.
Can you type in the devil's ball sack and just see what comes up? Because
Oh my
I
God.
need to know what kind of Google results that is.
Right?
Oh, God.
So they're fucking cruising along and
Going to the devil's ball sack.
going to the Devil's Ballsack, and they notice a car behind them that has been behind them for a while.
Uh-oh.
It started following them, but it's like a 2-lane highway, so it's not really following them. It's just kind of behind
Driving,
them, right?
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
also driving.
Yeah. But I don't like it already. Are the lights flashing on and off?
No.
Is it a Mack truck?
No.
Okay.
But they noticed it after they had stopped at a roadhouse in Barrow Creek.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. I'm assuming Roadhouse. Now that you say that, I'm like, is it the restaurant? But I don't think they have that restaurant in Australia. I want to say a Roadhouse was like a rest stop.
Okay.
But that was where my head went because I was like, oh, they just stopped at a Roadhouse. I don't remember if it was capitalized.
Roadhouse.
And now, I mean, it won't change my story, but
Okay,
I'm just
it doesn't
confused.
matter. Did they fill up on delicious food or just some good road tripping snacks?
I thought they just peed. Like, it was just like a rest stop. Okay, so side note, Barrow Creek or whatever this place is called,
Mm-hmm.
currently, like today, has a population of 11.
Oh, that's like when we went to Meteor City.
Population 1. Population guy behind the fucking convenience store counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this place. So it's a small fucking town.
Okay,
right?
so there's 11 people.
Yeah, so one of the 11 people was like, I'm going to go with them, right? And then followed them from there, right?
Okay. It's like, unless they're also driving along and they stopped at the Roadhouse.
They could have also been driving from there. I'm just assuming. 'cause-
Okay, so like now there's 10 people in town.
Yeah, I don't know what the population was in 2001, but if it's currently 11, I can't imagine it was ever like a fucking metropolis, right?
It was booming back then. You don't know.
It was like Bombay Beach.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
So then the car, which is a Toyota 4-wheel drive with a green canopy, by the way,
Oh, okay.
aka a truck with like a canvas tarpy canopy thing over the bed of the truck,
Mm-hmm.
was what the picture looked like to me.
Yeah.
They
Like a
pull up-
convoy truck or some shit?
Like a what?
Like a convoy truck or some shit?
Kind of, but it was like a little Toyota truck. Like
Okay,
imagine like
okay.
a Ford Ranger. I don't know why I'm now changing the brand of the car.
Yeah, I could imagine the Toyota also.
Yeah,
But now
okay,
I'm
so
on
then-
Floyd Ranger. Okay. Now I'm with you.
Imagine an early 90s Toyota truck with like a canopy over the back. Like,
Kind of like a topper, but it's canvas.
yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
Okay, so that truck pulls up next to them and they're like, oh, he's probably just going to pass us, right?
For sure.
Because Why not?
Okay.
But the driver starts frantically waving at them and motioning to pull over.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So they're like,
don't do it.
That's a great idea.
No.
We're going to do that. Meanwhile, it's like 7:30 at night, right?
Okay, so you can kind of see some sun, but it's like dusk.
I would assume it's like, like sunset maybe, dusky, or like also it could be completely fucking nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe their days are just flipped because it's the upside down.
It's like really, really about to be morning.
PM is actually AM. I'm kidding. I'm not that dumb.
Oh my God.
I'm not quite that dumb.
Yeah, pretty fucking close though.
It is close.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately for all of us involved.
Yeah, I know. Sorry for bringing you down with me by association. Okay, so the truck is like, yeah, pull over. And they're like, fucking cool. We're going to do exactly that. So they pull over. And Peter gets out of the car. And the other driver said that he had seen sparks shooting out of their exhaust.
Okay.
And so Peter and the other driver go around to the back of their van thing.
This is like literally what urban legends are made out of. Like she's going to be in the car and he's going to be hanging from a tree and his ring is going to be scraping on the roof. Is that how the rest of this goes?
How did you know? That's like literally what happens. So.
Is it really?
No. I mean, close.
I was like, was this based off of a real story?
Right? There was a hook on the door handle.
I know what you did last summer. Yeah. Okay, so they're checking out sparks on the fucking exhaust pipe.
They go around back of the van and they're like, oh, let's check this shit out. So then Joanne hops over to the driver's seat to like rev the engine or whatever, right? To
see if there's sparks.
Yeah, so that they can check for those sparks.
Okay.
And she heard a loud bang.
Uh-oh.
And when she looked over, as if to say, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
The other driver was at her window with a gun.
Oh, no. Oh, no, thank you.
And so
Did she just speed off?
No.
Oh, God.
I'm assuming because her boyfriend is now outside of the van somewhere. And I'd be like, don't fucking leave me.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucked up. But I think I might speed off.
Oh, my God.
So don't get out of a car with me.
Fuck, all right, apparently.
I mean, I would like probably drive around in circles or something and be like, get in.
Well, open the fucking door.
Hurry the fuck up. I'm about to drive away.
Oh my God, I hope my hopping game is on point.
Oh my God.
So she hears this bang. She's like, oh shit, guy with a gun. Mm-hmm. So he goes and he gets in the van with her, and she allowed him to tie her hands behind her back with cable ties.
No.
Probably because she's like, oh,
He's
fuck,
got
my
a gun.
boyfriend's out there.
Yeah.
And also this guy has a gun.
Yeah.
Like, right? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But she fought him when he tried to tie her feet and tape her mouth.
Okay.
So she was like, fuck that. You can tie my hands, but like, I'm not playing this silent, like, fucking immobile game, right?
Yeah.
The article said that she fought, and I don't know if that means that, like, he gave up or he succeeded. All it said was that she fought.
Yeah.
Like, she allowed him to tie her hands, and then she fought when he tried to tape her feet and mouth or whatever, right?
Okay.
So, I don't think he was able to, but also, what dude is like, all right, you can stay free.
Well, I don't know, because I was just watching The Night Stalker also. I've been binging a lot of TV.
Uh-huh.
And there's one case where, like, there's a roommate involved and she runs away and hears a gunshot and comes back to go check on her roommate. Or actually, he shot her. And the key happened to, like, deflect the bullet or whatever. And so she didn't actually get shot. I mean, she did. She was bleeding, but she wasn't, like, dead. And she ran away and then came back to check on her roommate, like a good fucking roommate, and ran into him. And she, like, put her hands up and was like, you shot me once already. Like, you don't have to shoot me again. Like, just let me go. And he was just like, okay. And he just walked away. So, like,
Solid
I mean,
logic.
maybe he was like, fuck, this is too much work.
He's like, I'm glad you said something because I was out of bullets and I didn't want to give an excuse as to why I wasn't going to shoot you again.
Just, like, walk away. Man,
That's so weird.
What if you could just, like, logic this whole, like, you know.
Your way out of
a
murder?
Yeah. This whole time you could just be like, I just really don't, it's gotta hurt. I don't want it to hurt. You just go your way, I'll go my way. You find another house and I'll just, you know.
Listen, I'm just gonna lay low, and this wasn't on my fucking vision board for tonight.
I wasn't planning on it. And I'd appreciate if you don't fuck my night up.
It's my night to Netflix and chill.
You're fucking up my vibe.
Yeah. I'd really just, can you come back on like Tuesday?
We'll talk, yeah, I'll be here for sure.
Listen,
Tuesday.
I never leave. It's a fucking pandemic.
Oh,
all right,
God.
see you Tuesday. I'll pencil you in. My murder. So maybe that's what happened. She was like, tie my feet up later. Go check on my boyfriend. I don't know.
Yeah. What was that bang?
But so the other driver guy, he grabs Joanne and he pulls her out of the van and he drags her over to his truck, right?
Okay.
Which, she said, has a dog in it.
Oh, yay. Okay.
I mean, that's about all that we hear about said dog.
Okay.
But also, I don't know how excited I'd be for like puppies.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely a weird response on my part. I'm so tired. Just I hear dogs and I'm like, I would love to pet that dog. That dog has no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, and also that dog has some like previous loyalties to the guy that feeds him all the time, right?
You don't know that. Maybe he abuses him, and then you can win him over and be like, not through my fucking wrist restraints, and they could frolic off into the sunset together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That doesn't happen. I have a feeling that that's not what happens here.
Slightly different.
Version of events over here.
So he shoves her in the back of the truck between the seats, and he puts a sack over her head.
Oh, no.
Okay?
Yeah.
But this other driver, attacker guy, he goes to, I'm assuming, move Peter's body off the road. Like, he fucking leaves her in the truck, and he pieces out for a minute to go, like, take care of the mess back there, right?
Yeah, so he shot Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that loud bang was, and then she saw that gun.
Just wasn't sure if it was a warning shot or not, you know?
Yeah, Peter was shot.
Okay.
And so, other guy goes to...
In my head, I just said, critical hit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. It's bad. Okay. Geez. Okay, go on.
Yeah,
but I couldn't cover up the laugh.
I had to explain myself.
Oh, my God. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it was probably pretty critical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, other guy goes to... maybe allegedly fucking move Peter's body. Mm-hmm. And Joanne takes this opportunity to fucking book it.
To get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, she got the fuck out of his truck and just took off to the side of the road.
Oh my God, I love her.
I'm assuming in Australia is just bush.
Yeah.
It's all the bush.
Can you not say it like that?
Bush.
Oh, God.
So then the other driver finishes up his task. I guess didn't realize that she was missing for a minute, right? Mm-hmm. And then he noticed that she's gone, and so he obviously goes looking for her.
Oh my God, no thank you.
But the bush was so thick that he couldn't see her. He even had a flashlight.
Oh my God.
Or a torch for all you Australians.
God.
And he was like fucking looking around. He couldn't see her anywhere. And he walked by her 3 times and didn't notice her.
I would shit myself.
That would probably get you found.
I'd piss myself.
I would too.
I would feel like I'm breathing way too heavy and that I like couldn't breathe even though I knew I was breathing fine. I'd be like hyperventilating.
Also, when do you lay down? Like if you're running away from this, like when are you just like, here's fine, doop, and like lay down so that he doesn't see you at all? Because if he had like seen her running and then ducked down, he's not going to be like, oh, she's gone, right? Like he's going to keep looking.
That terrifies me.
It's so scary.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if he eventually figured that she'd like fucking booked it super far away and he had missed that part, or if he was just like, I don't know, she's gone now. Yeah. So he left. And she survived.
Oh my God.
And is just on the fucking side of the road.
Oh my God. With her arms tied?
Yep. With her arms tied.
Behind her back or?
Yeah.
How'd she get the hood off?
Probably like this. Or maybe like you rub it on the seat or something.
Oh.
Because she was in the back of the truck between the seats. So she could have like just rubbed it on the car seat or whatever.
Oh my God. That makes me uncomfortable.
There's a lot of head movements for all this audio podcast listeners.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
Thank you. I've practiced.
You're like writing the letter L with your head.
What do you want to see? I can make it happen.
I'm sure that impresses Brandon.
You know, it's good to mix it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the alphabet.
So Joanne was able to eventually flag down a, quote, road train.
Okay.
Which is essentially just a semi with like multiple fucking semis on it, like multiple cargoes or whatever, containers.
They can have more than one?
Road trains can.
How many can they have?
But this one I saw a picture of had like 3.
What?
Yeah.
Road train!
It's road train. It's probably a much bigger engine than a semi, but it looked like a semi with just like more containers, right?
I've never heard of a road train before.
Neither had I. Okay. That's why I looked it up and then told you what it was.
Interesting. Okay, I thought it was just dumb. I mean, I know I am.
I thought you were just wrong.
Not you, me. Just never heard of this before.
Nope. Apparently it's a thing, and she flagged them down at around 12:35 in the morning.
Wow. Okay, so she was out there for a while before she was able to get somebody?
Yeah.
Or was she just hiding the whole time?
I don't know.
What if he would have driven by?
Oh, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh
like,
my
are you in the
God.
fucking bush hiding in case he drives back again? Or are you like, oh, those headlights look like a fucking 1990s
Toyota pickup truck.
Toyota 4-wheel drive with a canopy on top? Like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd risk it. But I feel like a road train, you'd be like, that is much bigger than his truck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, I'm going to get out for this one. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
can you help me?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a thumb, you're just like, I don't know.
Oh my God. Was she walking or was she staying by the area?
I think that she was walking, but I can't imagine that she got far.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. That's terrifying.
So there was like a driver and his fucking buddy, partner, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They
Co-pilot is what we like to call him in the industry.
Yeah, the driver and his co-pilot. They give her a ride back to Barrow Creek.
No.
My personal opinion,
That's the one guy who lives there.
I'm not going back to the fucking Hills Have Eyes town.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Just take me with you.
Go the other way.
I'll go wherever you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to be in population, not
Yeah.
fucking population 10 now.
Oh, no.
Hopefully 10. Hopefully he's still gone.
Oh
Like,
my
that's
God.
terrifying.
Oh, my God. Okay.
But she was fine.
Okay.
She went back and they were like, don't worry about it. We're going to hang out with you, right?
There were 10 decent people.
There were 10 decent people there.
Okay.
Also, anybody who lives there, you're probably also decent, and he probably didn't come from your town. I could have looked it up, didn't. But
Okay,
I
if
could've.
you live there, please send us a postcard, because what the fuck? What are the
Also,
odds?
Tell us about the other 9 people.
Yeah,
Well,
give us
10,
some
I guess.
names.
There's 11 now.
Yeah.
Okay, so she goes back there, and she's able to call the police at about 1:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And police get there to start their investigation and shit at about 4:30 in the morning.
Damn, were there no police in this town?
Not in Barrow Creek. What are they going to take up fucking 4 of the 10 people?
I don't
11
know.
people?
Are they all like 3 hours away?
Yeah.
God damn.
I remember I went to Idlewild with Brandon's mom. She used to live up there or whatever. And then we were at a bar, and then there was a huge bar fight. And they were like, hey, I called the cops. You got to get out of here. And then we all just kept drinking. And, like, the people who were in the fight were just hanging out. And we're like, I'm a city girl. And so I was like, we have to go.
Yeah, yeah. If the cops are coming, the party is over.
Yeah, I don't want to be
We're
here.
going to a different bar.
I saw everything. I don't want to be here and try and give a fucking statement or something. Like, I'm just not trying to have that kind of a night, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, don't worry, the cops have to come from the town down the fucking hill, so it takes at least an hour to get here.
What the fuck?
And so they all just literally hung out, finished their beer, like fucking settled their differences, and then left before the cops got there. And the cops got there and were like, I don't know, no one's here.
Oh my God, I'd be so pissed if I were a cop.
Right?
Like, what's the point in even coming?
Yeah, and that's, I think, also how they felt, because they knew that they're not going to get there by the time anything happens anyway.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, whatever, and it takes them even longer.
You should just let them fight it out for like, you know,
It
an
was-
hour, 45 minutes, and then be like, by the way, or not an hour, like 45 minutes, and then be like, by the way, I called the cops 45 minutes ago.
Right? Y'all are too rowdy. You looked like you were going to be rowdy in about 45 minutes.
I planned ahead.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so it was like a very police your own fucking selves kind of town. So, side note, the truck driver that helped her, they hung around and helped police search the area that he had picked her up. Because he's like, hey, it was like over here. Like,
Yeah.
let me show you the exact coordinates and like, maybe you need some manpower. I'm also a person. So
Yeah.
I'm like, nice fucking guy.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So they get back to the scene of where Joanne and Peter originally stopped at about 7 in the morning.
My God.
Now
So it's like
been
12 hours later.
Yeah, like fucking 12 hours. And their van was hidden about 80 meters, 87 yards, not quite a football field,
Uh-huh.
out in the bush.
So like home dude came back and drove the car into the bush.
Mm-hmm.
She is so lucky she did not get like found out or like seen by him again.
Yeah.
I wonder which direction she was walking. Or was
Yeah,
she
I
just
don't know.
hiding in the bush?
I want to say she was probably like scuttling along the side of the bush, but also like
And then
the
every
pop
time a
out of a car came out that wasn't that guy,
Oh, hell.
or that she was sure wasn't that guy.
No, bless her fucking soul. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
They also found a pool of blood on the side of the road that was covered by dirt.
Okay.
But like very clearly it was a pool of blood.
Yeah, so he tried to like fucking cat litter that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 So they put out roadblocks to check any cars coming and going, but,
But his body was missing?
his body's missing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the police put out these roadblocks to like catch a guy fucking leaving town or whatever.
With a
but,
dead body. Yeah.
But this is like 12 hours later.
Yeah.
So like
He gone.
You're not gonna fucking catch anybody, right?
Yeah.
And then they had Aboriginal trackers come out and search the area, but all they could find were Joanne's footprints. Nothing from
Holy
Peter
shit.
or the attacker guy. So they're just like, yeah, I mean, we can see like where you ran.
Yeah. But not even from the car going back.
I don't know about from the car, like being driven to the road or whatever, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you
or like
see
and
that.
then running back out to the road. Well, what I was thinking was if not, then maybe he like knew that they were going to have trackers, so he's like from the area.
I mean, you could have just walked in like the tire tracks. I feel like that would be more obvious.
You'd still see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, shuffle your feet,
but
like a sidewinder.
Maybe they. Oh, it's two sidewinders side by side. They're just traveling at the same speed.
Doing a mating dance.
Maybe the Aboriginal tracker people just weren't very good. I don't actually know. Maybe they were like, I don't know, all we can see is women's footprints. We don't see what male. I don't know. So, since there was no actual body, police were kind of slow on the fucking uptick to get their ass in gear about this case.
I'm sorry, no actual body, but you have a lady who's like, yo, I almost got kidnapped. By the way, my boyfriend's dead back there. Here's the pool of blood in our car, and he's missing. And they were like,
by the way, I used to have a boyfriend, and now he gone, and there's a pool of blood.
Yeah. And they were like, we'll be calling the shots around here.
Listen, no body, no crime. Yeah. Basically, I don't know if they thought he was like a runaway, but also like, where does the pool of blood factor into a runaway, right?
Yeah.
So since the
and why would he run away while they're driving? Like in the middle of driving?
Deuces. And not with his car.
And just bail.
Yeah, like he met up with a friend and was like, we'll stage this and then I'll just fucking take off.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get away from her, but I don't want to break up.
Yeah, so I'm just
and you're saying I can't do it in text message, so I'll just bail out of the car while we're on this road trip.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't get those vibes either.
Yeah. But since the backpacker murders had been pretty fucking sensationalized just recently, the media was quick to take the story and run with it about this chick who survived a fucking horrific attack, right?
Okay, good.
But I guess there were inconsistencies in Joanne's statements.
Okay.
So she couldn't pin down what kind of dog was in the car. Which,
she probably was in there for a split second before the hood went over her head.
Right.
And then also, I don't know all the goddamn breeds. And what if it's a mutt? You're like, I don't fucking know.
It was like brownish, black. It was dark. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. And also, like, I'm not worried about what fucking kind of dog is in the car. I'm worried about getting the fuck out of here.
Although evidently I would have been very excited for the dog.
You would have. Dog! And to be honest, I would too. I'd probably try and like, I don't know, fucking rescue it. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
That's
that
not an inconsistency.
Out. Yeah. I'm not that weirded out that she doesn't know what kind of dog it was.
No, not at all.
But they did a police sketch fucking of the guy, right? Like, this is what he looked like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the cops saw CCTV footage of some guy who they believe was the attacker, right? Like at whatever rest stop that they had been to before.
The Roadhouse.
Yeah, back at the Roadhouse. They saw CCTV and they were like, that's probably the guy. And then she did like a face sketch thing and they were like, that doesn't really look like him. So I don't see that as an inconsistency either because you're picking like two random people.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah. It's not suspicious.
But I could be just misunderstanding that completely.
Okay. Like where they were like, for sure this is the guy. Then when she explained it, they were like, that wasn't even kind of this guy.
Yeah.
But okay, but listen, it's a traumatic fucking event.
That's what I'm saying too.
Are they going to say she staged this with him or some shit?
They don't say that, but it's the feeling that I get.
What the fuck?
They don't come out and explicitly say it, but maybe they're like, you know, doing the like, well, you're not really being much help.
Yeah.
Because you're being pretty inconsistent here, right?
Oh my God, I'm mad.
So the only solid evidence that they were able to come up with was some unidentified male DNA on Joanne's shirt.
Okay.
The cable ties.
Yeah.
And the gear shift of the van had this other male's DNA on it, too.
Yeah, because he parked it out in the fucking desert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a $250,000 reward was put out. I'm not sure if that was in pounds or real money, but
stones.
I'm not sure if the Australians use pounds. I'm not sure if it was in Australian money or real money, but
in yen.
It's in yen or stone, rupees. I'm not sure what the fuck it was.
God.
But either way, it sounds like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So they put out this reward and they released the CCTV footage of the guy that they believe is the attacker, right? So their plan was to put this out so that the actual guy would come out and be like, he'd see himself and be like, uh-oh, that's not me, right? And then he'd want to clear himself in the fucking police station. So he'd turn himself in, essentially, right?
Yeah.
I guess that happens a lot.
Okay.
And they'd be like, gotcha.
Yeah. Or they'd be like, damn, not our guy. Thought it was our guy, but he's not our guy.
Exactly. But that didn't happen.
Okay.
He didn't turn himself in.
Because it's probably your guy.
Yeah. However, people started calling in with tips on who they thought it was. Like other fucking neighbors and shit.
I wonder what made them think it was this guy other than maybe his truck.
They were like at the same place around the same time, I guess. Like they had seen the couple on the CCTV, and then that guy was there, and then they're like, maybe it was this guy like following you or whatever, because they said like someone started following us at about this rest stop area.
I was thinking this was after the crime occurred, and like maybe he was stopping to gas up.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think it was before.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, see all the blood stains? That guy looks like he did some shit.
See how he's carrying a body over his shoulder?
Right.
As he checks into this motel?
So 36 possible suspects were named.
Dear Lord.
By fucking neighbors, people
Yeah.
whatever. So police started
That's
looking.
more than 11 people that live in the town.
Right. Oh my God, we have to look into a whole 2 towns worth. So police started looking into registered owners of a 90s Toyota Land Cruiser 4-wheel drive, right?
Yep.
And this was able to narrow them down to a guy named Bradley John Murdoch.
Okay, Bradley Murdoch. Tell us about it, Brad.
So police go and they interview him on November 1st, 2001, but he didn't really match Joanne's description.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they didn't get bad vibes from him or anything.
Oh, okay, because you could just feel that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, really hardened detectives are like, not this guy.
I've been doing this for 20 plus years.
It's in my gut. And so they didn't even take a DNA sample. They're like, it couldn't possibly be Brad, right?
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Not even just on a whim, huh?
Yeah.
Are they that expensive?
Maybe they were in 2002.
Okay.
But 2001 was when they got that.
Mm-hmm.
So, on May 17th, 2002, a guy was taken into custody for drug running. Just a random fucking dude, right?
Okay.
Because now they're like, I mean, the case isn't closed, but also, like, we don't have anything, right?
Yeah, like it's gone kind of cold.
Yeah.
Dude, there are so many vehicles driving behind us.
I know. I feel bad. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
But
It's
also-
just what happens when we record in the day.
So, it turns out that random guy's accomplice was good old fucking Brad Murdoch.
Oh, and the drug running?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, motherfucker.
And this guy started talking all kinds of tales about his fucking drug running buddy who may or may not have been involved in the Peter Falconio case.
Oh, you can't talk to people, bro.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, fucking rule number 1.
Yeah. What
So,
an idiot.
Police are like, all right, that's kind of fishy. Let's go get Brad, right?
Yeah, let's
Like,
go talk to Brad again. We should have probably taken his DNA back there.
Yeah, he was a main suspect. And
Yeah.
so maybe we'll look into him a little more.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
my
keeps
gut
talking
was
about
wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just bad sushi.
My fucking murder wart wasn't burning that day, but it's working better today. I wasn't feeling good.
Exactly.
It's gonna be bad weather. I can tell by my bones.
Exactly. So they go to find Brad, but he gone.
Of course he's fucking gone.
Yeah,
Oh
right?
my God.
So the police go to Brad's brother, and they're able to get a DNA sample from him, right?
Ooh, uh-huh.
And it had high markers of fucking matching or whatever, right?
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
like, fuck, Brad's totally our guy, right?
It was Brad.
But
Do
now,
you think he got away from that and he was like, whew,
yes.
close one?
Like, that was close.
Yeah.
Deuces. I'm gonna leave town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, but Brad's gone. They're like, oh, fuck, that was him, but now he gone. So they're like, fuck. And then on August 22nd, Brad ends up being arrested down in South Australia in an unrelated kidnapping and assault case.
Oh, he didn't just
Or
stop.
Charge. Oh, no. He was like, that's kind of my thing, guys.
Oh my God, was he doing it a lot?
At least one other time.
Oh, wow.
This other time.
Yeah, that you're about to tell me about.
I'm not really going to tell you about it.
That's just what happened.
Yeah, he was arrested, and, like, he had kidnapped and assaulted someone, and they were like, hey, Brad, you can't fucking do that. So they arrested him, and then the fucking other cops who were also looking for him were like, hey,
By the way,
can we get him too?
because he kind of tried to kidnap someone back here and definitely kill someone.
Yeah, so police up north are like, excuse me,
Yeah.
can you fucking bring him up here? We also want to charge him with some shit, right?
Yeah, yeah. But they still don't have
Body.
Yeah, a
Nope.
body.
Nope. So Brad was extradited up north, which I didn't know you had to be extradited in the same country.
Well, I don't know fucking borders and shit. So there's that.
I don't either. And they kept saying like South Australia, North Australia. And this one's in like Western Australia. And I'm like, I thought it was all one Australia. I hope you guys aren't as divided as us.
Geography is a hard one for us.
Oh, I know. Okay, so he goes back up there and the trial begins April of 2005.
Damn. Hey, that's like when we graduated.
Yeah, almost. So Brad pleaded not guilty, obviously, right?
Yeah, duh.
And he's like, no body, no crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Joanne obviously fucking survived this whole ordeal, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, no, that's him.
Yeah.
That's 100% him. That's the guy, right?
Yeah.
She's able to positively 100% identify him.
Okay, good.
Also, the DNA on her shirt and the makeshift handcuffs and the fucking gear shift was all like, there's like a 1 in 455 billion chance that it's not him.
Are you about to tell me some shit?
Also, he was positively identified on the CCTV by his dad.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, his dad was like,
That's him.
That's fucking Brad.
Yeah.
Is he famous? What happened?
Is that my Brad? Bradley, what have you done?
Oh my God. Also, Brad's business partner was like, yeah, he totally would have been in that area at that exact time, right?
Oh, shit. Okay, so there's a lot stacking up against Brad.
Yeah.
Brad's looking pretty fucking fishy.
If the DNA wasn't enough, they were like, also, he was in that area. Also, see him right there. Also,
video footage of him there.
Yeah.
Oh
Also,
my God.
Joanne is like, that's the fucking guy,
Yeah,
right?
that's him.
So Brad's defense was that the DNA evidence could have been planted, right?
Oh, okay.
Or tampered with because it had been such a long time that they're like, it could have been fucked with. And also, like, you hate me anyway because I did this other kidnapping and
that
thing,
could be
right?
in any case.
Literally.
Okay. But it was tampered with 3 separate occasions.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Or that there may have been an accidental blood transfer because, like, he might have accidentally gotten his blood on her shirt and stuff because they all had gone to a Red Rooster earlier in that day to, like, he was buying fucking chicken for himself and his dog, and maybe he bumped into her while he was bleeding and accidentally got his DNA on her, right?
Okay.
Totally plausible.
Yeah.
Could happen to anyone.
Okay.
I hate it when I get other people's DNA on me when I stop at Red Rooster.
Especially if it's blood. I'm pissed if you get your blood on me.
I don't want your ectoplasm anywhere near me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because, like I said, he had been at this Red Rooster. He's like, I was buying chicken for myself and my dog. So,
He's thought of it all.
yeah,
Bullshit.
all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, don't worry. Brad was found guilty.
Okay, I was like, they had motherfuckers like me on a goddamn jury where I was like, I mean, it's plausible.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I bumped into people at Red Rooster before.
Yeah, exactly.
I
can't with that beyond a reasonable doubt.
Oh, God. No, you weren't on that trial.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, fucking burn them.
You do not want me on a jury, man.
Or you do,
I don't know.
because you think about it.
I flip-flop so quickly.
Oh, me too. 100%. So he was found guilty on December 13th, 2005, and he was sentenced to life in prison.
Okay, good. But what happened? Did they ever find...
No.
Okay. Wow.
So he obviously appealed, but so far, nothing has fucking stuck. I guess one of the, like, parole, because he's up for parole after 28 years or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess during, like, there was rumors that for one of his parole things, that he was like, oh, I'll show you where I put his body if you let me out.
Yeah.
But he has come out and been like, I didn't fucking say that. So he's not going to tell
Okay,
him where
but
it
who's
is.
going to be like, yeah, show me where the body is, and then I'll let you be free, even though you have a life sentence?
People with, that want closure or that would rather have, the like, their son's body. I'm not saying that his parents wanted that or
I just
anything.
feel like I'd rather that person be in prison.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, how about, okay, you get ice cream on Tuesdays. You tell me that shit. And at that, it's not even going to be good ice
but it's
cream.
my flavor.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking chocolate mint ice cream.
Fun fact,
Mhm.
in prison, Brad has a special, like, dietitian's note or whatever.
That he didn't want Dippin' Dots ice cream?
No, saying that you can't serve him chicken because he's allergic to it.
This son of a bitch.
Oh, this son of a bitch just contradicted his whole defense, right?
What the fuck?
Mhm.
How is somebody allergic to chicken? I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing either.
I guess
Maybe
you can be
he's
allergic
like,
to
I
anything.
just really don't like it and I throw up sometimes. And so the dietitian was like, just don't fucking give him chicken.
Okay, but yeah, it's just like fucking whatever.
God damn it, Brad.
I feel like that's like a big thing that you would have thought of when you were like, I was buying chicken for my dog and myself.
Mm-hmm.
You might have said like, oh, I was getting shrimp. I don't know. Sometimes they have
They're
shrimp.
at Red Rooster.
It sounds like a place that you would buy feed and chicken and livestock and shit. But not like...
It's like a fast food joint.
Yeah, I figured that out when you said buying chicken. And I was like, chickens. And then you said for his dog and him. And I was like, okay, it's like
Like a meal.
It's like Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Like chicken strips
Yeah.
and potato salad.
Exactly. You could have said, like, I was getting mashed potatoes and chicken for my dog.
Yeah.
Like,
But
mashed
like,
potatoes
why
for
did you
me,
include
chicken for my
yourself
dog.
if you have an allergy? You're dumb.
Right? Like, you're just fucking full of holes here, Brad.
Yeah. Or he doesn't really have an allergy.
Or there's that. Maybe
Being
he
a
just
little
doesn't like
bitch
chicken.
in prison.
Yeah, a little bitch about it.
Yeah.
So, like you kept saying, Peter's body was never found.
Yeah.
So, that leads to its own fucking set of conspiracy theorists
Mm-hmm.
coming out and being like, perhaps Peter is still alive and just fucking chilling out somewhere, right?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
A guy wrote like a whole book about it, and everyone is like, no, you're dumb. Like, that's not what happened, though.
Yeah.
And like Joanne and stuff is like, that's not, what are you talking about? But this guy's like, well, but maybe.
That
Like,
has to be so frustrating as somebody who like survived this attack.
right? Like, no, it happened, bitch.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah.
a dick.
So there was another thing that said that an anonymous letter came in stating that Brad had, quote, cut Peter's body up and placed it in 2 big bags.
Oh, okay.
But the guy writing the letter was allegedly asked by Brad to dissolve the body in acid.
Oh.
But instead, he went and dumped the bags in a remote area in Western Australia.
Okay.
So, like, go check out the entire west of Australia.
Yeah, this is easy as pie.
Yeah. But basically, his body was never found. Bradley was charged on account of all the DNA evidence.
Yeah.
With no fucking body, which is
God, that sucks.
crazy.
That
Yeah.
is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Peter's poor family.
Peter's poor fucking family. I don't know. I just feel bad. And I guess Joanne has like gone on interviews and stuff and been like, I didn't watch them or see them or whatever, but she's spoken out about it. And I'm assuming been like, yeah, it sucked. Back there. I don't know how else to end that thought train.
I think you did so beautifully.
Thank you. I am just in a rush because I have like a minute and I have to go.
Okay. Should we save our P.O. box haul for next episode?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Sorry, April. I still have your package here. It's sitting right in front of me, but I have to go.
But I have to wait until we record again.
You do,
It
but we
won't
still
be a whole
appreciate you.
Yeah. Oh my God, we love you.
Okay,
Okay.
wrap it up. Bing, bang, boom.
Oh, okay. So if you want to check out pictures pertaining to this case, go to isgdpodcast.com. And there you have links to our merch and our Patreon too. Come join Patreon. There's a new tier and it's super exciting. You get access to all the videos of every episode. Hi, we're doing it right now. And I'm sure it's fucking a great time. Either that or it's very awkward. We don't really know. We haven't gotten much feedback, but it's only $10 and you get access to all of them and you get them early. Like,
Yeah.
fucking Alexis edits this little video first and like cuts out like when we take a piss or some shit so that you're not just staring at one of us sitting here staring for like
Watching
a solid
TikTok.
2 minutes. Yeah. And then, but it's kind of like behind the scenes, you know? So anyway, come join us. It's a lot of fun. If you don't want to do that, just $1, you get extra episodes every month and all the back episodes. It's like fucking 24 episodes or some shit right now.
Yep.
So there's a solid binge sesh just waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, join us on social media at ISG Podcast. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on Facebook, come join us in the goddamn pod group. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. There's lots of memes, and we all hang out, and it's a very safe, fun family. And we resolve issues real time. Also, email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com. I'll say, what's up? And sometimes I take forever to say what's up, and I've taken forever lately, but that's okay because I'm still here and I still love you guys.
That's true.
And then you should snail mail Aaron at,
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
and I think that's it. Oh, wait, no, subscribe, rate, and review because we always forget that one. And
Yep, do that. Also,
we
if
need
you
it.
hear planes and fucking cars in this episode, it's because, I'm sorry, that it's daytime and people drive sometimes.
That's a thing.
And that she's under a fucking flight pattern.
Yep.
If you wanted to triangulate our location.
Please don't. Okay, so on that note,
Bye.
bye.